A young woman walks into a small convenience store to buy a pack of cigarettes. The shopkeeper hands it to her and casually asks, "So, ma'am, do you work in that office nearby?" The woman raises her eyebrow and says, "Yeah, I do. Why?" The shopkeeper asks, "Just curious. How much do you make there?" The woman snaps, "Who do you think you are to ask me that? Mind your little two-bit shop and stay in your lane," and walks out angrily. Sometime later, another young man comes in to buy cigarettes. The shopkeeper again casually asks him how much he earns per month. The guy, clearly annoyed, says, "Don't you have anything better to do than ask people personal stuff? Who the hell are you to ask about my salary? Just put it on my tab," and walks out too. Now the shopkeeper is left thinking, how am I ever going to find out what employees in that company earn? The next day, the same woman returns to the shop to buy cigarettes again. She asks, "By the way, why were you so curious about my salary yesterday?" The shopkeeper says, "Well, ma'am, why don't you first tell me what it is?" The woman replies proudly, "50,000 a month." The shopkeeper looks shocked and says, "50,000 per month?" She says, "Yes. What did you think? That I work for some random place? I work for a top MNC. Not that someone like you would understand." Just then, the young man from the day before walks up from behind and tells the shopkeeper, "Yeah, getting into that company takes a lot of hard work, man. It costs a fortune just to study at those expensive colleges. Only after spending all that can we sit in AC offices like this. Unlike you, who just stands here selling cigarettes and trying to make small talk with customers." The woman laughs at the shopkeeper and says mockingly, "So, why were you asking about my salary?" The shopkeeper calmly responds, "Ma'am, I probably earn more than you from this very shop." The young man scoffs and says, "Oh really? What could you be making? 10,000? 20,000? Maybe 25,000 if you're lucky. Don't talk nonsense." The shopkeeper smiles and says, "Brother, my shop brings in sales of over 1 lakh per month. You folks work 8 to 10 hours a day in a fixed schedule, right? You only ever see me here in the evenings and nights. That's because I work just 4 to 5 hours a day. And just so you know, I own this shop. I don't have a boss. If I feel like working, I open the shop. If not, I relax at home. Your salary is fixed, but mine isn't. And oh, by the way, this isn't my only store. I have 8 stores like this." Both the woman and the guy fall silent, stunned. The shopkeeper continues, "Now I'll tell you why I was asking about your salaries. I'm educating my younger brother right now, and was just trying to figure out whether I should have him work with me at the shop or push him toward a corporate job. But after watching the kind of stress you both carry and how proud you are of your degrees, I've decided I'll bring him into my business, but with a proper education, so that he values knowledge, stays grounded, and doesn't turn to stress or bad habits like smoking. That's the lesson I wanted to learn, and now I've learned it." Hearing this, both the woman and the man quietly lower their heads in shame and walk away without saying a word.